My name is Ivana, and in the following video with my dear colleague and friend Kathleen De Laet, you will see a process called the diet, where you can offer your presence to your partner so that when they're, for example, triggered, they can get access to their own physical sensations and they can allow whatever's there to move. And that presence is very important in that process, in the holding of the process. So I hope you enjoy that. So it is my great pleasure today to welcome Kathleen De Laet. So Kathleen is my dear friend. She's also a colleague of mine, a trainer certified with the Center for Nonviolent Communication, and she resides in Belgium. And yeah, we have some nice memories together, also meeting at the NVC festival. And I'm just curious to explore with you the topic of anger, because that is also related to like how to build resilience in different situations that we find ourselves in, where there might be tension and when we are in interaction. So this is some really powerful energy. What has been inspiring for you, or how has your exploration of anger been?
Thank you. Well, I don't know about every country, but in Belgium, we are educated to suppress it and to see it as something bad, anger. So it's bad to express anger. This is what we learned. And then when we do, it comes out as aggression often because it's built up and then it's unbearable. And I noticed this in me. I didn't know how to deal with it when I was a teenager. I suppressed it for 3 months and then it came out like big and nasty. And then when I learned about NVC, I was 28 and I got really encouraged to build a healthier relationship with it. I liked what Marshall said. It's a mix of thoughts and feelings, thoughts and unfulfilled needs. This was really the first step towards bonding with anger and seeing anger as more energy that vitalizes me, as we said before.
Yeah, so it probably helped you to kind of shift the focus and see, okay, where is the anger pointing to? There is a way that it manifests.
Yeah,
maybe tension in the body and some thoughts that appear.
exactly. Like make a distinction between what am I thinking, what am I feeling, and what are the needs. And then that way, as he wrote in his the title, I discovered this surprising purpose. It helps me to be with more of myself.
Yeah.
When I don't suppress it.
Yeah, and I can imagine that sometimes it's quite a practice because it can come with some intensity. So like, how has this kind of evolved for you over time?
Mm-hmm. First, I was going from one total suppression to the other side of the spectrum, like total expression, and it was heavy for everyone involved. And then I learned to kind of catch it before it exploded, kind of notice in myself before I spoke up, and then turn towards it. I like this kind of getting more comfortable with the uncomfortable, not shying away, not pushing it away, just with curiosity. I learned from Robert Gonzalez to really go towards the thing that I don't like in myself. And then more like treat it like a flower, like, oh, what do I smell here if I put my nose really deep in it? Oh, I want to live fully. Something like that.
Yeah, I like the fullness. Yeah.
I like that it's more of a practice now, daily practice, to turn towards the discomfort rather than to there are several coping mechanisms, right, to not be with discomfort. So slowly I am turning more and more towards what is alive.
Yes,
Yeah.
and yeah, so that there can be, for example, avoidance, or you can externalize it, towards
Easily.
somebody else. So
Yeah.
you have learned to shift the focus and actually befriend it, or increase your capacity to be with that discomfort that appears
Yeah.
there. And I'm curious, what supports you in your ability to do that? Because
Yeah.
maybe it's not always the same.
Firstly, what I discovered when I don't do it is I completely give my power away. If I want the father of my child to care for me years after we divorced, or even before, and I am talking mainly about that, then I am not taking this precious time to take care of myself, and then no one is. So firstly, I understood that if I want to hold my needs with care, then I'm really losing my time and energy when I focus on the other person. It's more of a reclaiming my power when I turn towards what is alive, because then once I find out, I will find access to creative strategies. So it's like a self-care practice in a way to redirect direction. Yeah.
Yes.
Focus.
So maybe in moments where you might have been before like drawn to focus on the other person and direct your energy there,
Mm.
focus there like with your thoughts or how you
Mm.
perceive the situation. These days you want to reclaim that energy back towards yourself, because
Mm-hmm.
it's probably more useful
Be
also
more
for you,
effective,
more
exactly. I
effective.
can complain for years. No, nothing will change.
Yes.
If you're willing, Ivana, we can try it out with anger, how to walk towards it and be with it. Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah.
So we
I'm
talked a
curious.
bit off camera about things that stir up anger, and could be it would be a chance for people watching to see how this could look like, how to explore it in a safe way, like in a safe container, with me as a witness, and for people at home watching or listening to this, find a person with capacity for empathy. And so I have this now, I have my heart open, and I am all yours. And can you tell me, Ivana, what is alive in you right now?
So right now there are different things going on. I can very much sense the sensations in me, the physical sensations. At the same time, like when I look at your face, like the presence is soothing, and that's an interesting contradiction that I'm experiencing. So it's pleasant for me to have the space to honor what is there. Yeah. And if I tune into myself, I find that maybe the energy is already moving, because I can feel tingling in my feet.
Mm-hmm.
I could feel like a lot of heat on my solar, connected with the memories and with the memory of the experience that I had in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like noticing also how I'm sitting, and noticing the legs and the feet, and seeing you.
Yeah.
There's some breathing. And it's still, I'm trying to pendulate a bit. because when I go into that sensation of the solar plexus, there's a lot of heat in there. So I'm asking myself right now what the opposite of that would be.
Yes.
And it feels like I want to make this gesture.
Okay.
And it comes with also like a sensation in my spine.
Mm.
Which is also stretching with the diaphragm. Yeah. So it seems like now that there was a wave, and it also comes up like now I notice like one wave also comes from the solar up, like a little bit of nausea.
Yes.
And I'm trying just to see curiously if I'm able to be with that. At the same time feeling my feet and allowing also some movement in the body. Now with the breathing, I can see that almost the sensations are descending a little bit downwards. Now orienting towards you. So seems like something is relaxing a bit. I will now try to have an impulse. I would like to just see if I do the voo sound, how it lands. Yeah, thank you very much.
Welcome,
Kathleen, for holding the space so that I can do my inner exploration.
Thank you for sharing this with me.
Yeah.
Precious, and also hopefully people can see how like your way of doing that is maybe something that people can benefit from.
Yeah, like this time I focused more on the physical sensations because I chose that exploration, but the other option is to also like to share feelings, or
exactly,
maybe there's like
images, verbal, maybe even memories, observations, or jackal party.
yeah. Sometimes, as we were talking also about anger, that sometimes for me it's really like a shortcut to go directly into the body. And this has been like my evolution over the years, that I realized that what I would in the past process more on the mental level, for example, identifying the different elements that are in my awareness, I choose to, if I have the space, and it's so lovely to have your presence, and that's very important also to have this witness, to have somebody who is there with me, so that I can just let the sensation flow.
Exactly.
And for the body to adjust itself. And also I was giving myself a certain impulses to be able to move the energy. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I saw you do that, and like for my role, it's like Marsha said, it's not about doing something, it's being there. And I really, like, I had a little impulse of asking if maybe there was images coming up, and I refrained because I trusted that you were capable of going through that by yourself, like holding yourself while I was holding space. And it was very sweet to see you do that in your own pace and on your own time. I love this trust in me to just be there and know this is the most contributing thing I can do. I cannot inquire. I don't have to. I could have, but I don't need to with you who can do it.
Yeah, it's like the principle, don't just do something, be there.
Exactly. This one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, Kathleen.
It's a pleasure. It's my favorite work, actually, to offer the present of presence and to kind of pay that forward, make sure that people can see opportunities in life to be this present for others as well. Yeah.
Present of presence.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice.